This looks well and truly sewn up already, Peter, but please feel free to forget what I've just said if there's a spectacular turnaround.
Really has been an astonishing game, peppered with goals. You cannot help feeling that the second half will supply more. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Over the bar.
Well, that was just asking too much of himself from there.
Forward it goes. Salnas. Pastore. Ronaldinho. Pella lobs it in gently. Shade too heavy, keeper can pick that up. Alexis Sanchez. Sanchez, out wide to the right. Bologna couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Ronaldinho, that's a promising ball. Dashing forward at pace, and he's away. Now it's Sanchez. And that's been levered clear.
Well, that's the first attempt, Peter, we've seen at one of those raking passes just to spread the play.
And he heaves it forward. Face to face. Can he finish? It's a goal! Yet another goal in an awesome performance. They are in complete charge. Well, he was never going to miss from there. So much to aim at.
It's almost criminal to see a defence fail to identify someone who thrives when it comes to shooting stats. They knew, and yet they didn't heed, and they've paid the price and deserve to.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Well, no question now as to who is in control. And it's Douglas Costa. Out to the left it goes. Going through. Douglas Costa. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. And he's got good distance. Who's chasing? Sanchez! Oh, terrific save.
Well, the defence are in a good position to get behind the ball and let them just try from range.
Hoists it high. Flags up.
He may have been caught offside, but, well, Peter, from experience, defenders, I can tell you, hate those runs in behind.
Hernandez plays it forward. Maradona driving on, a real charge here. Aimed long and direct. I have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Well played, he saw that coming. Can he score? It's in! Well, surely that completes the demolition if it hadn't occurred already.
Well, I wasn't expecting them to go this big, Peter, but they have been superb.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, unsurprisingly, Peter, the opposition look completely stunned. I'm not sure they can gather themselves.
Attempts to play it through. That's a throw. Looks to clip it forward. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Sanchez created that super goal to produce a lead in their last game. And it's hoisted clear.
This defence is wary about opposition pace.
So they're just not getting too tight.
Yeah, they know that if they step up, their keeper could get a whole lot busier.
And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Romario. And that's well defended. Looks to thread it through. And that'll go straight through to the keeper. He's put it on the right now. What's on? And it's got through. He has it out wide now. Here's a corner, good chance. Bologna, their final change. Well, the referee's seen the board and he's going to allow a double change to go ahead now. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Marquinhos goes looking. He's gone for it! He's scored! Finishing doesn't come simpler than that. Bang in front of goal.
Well, the penalty box usually is the place where you get least time on the ball, and yet they were able to exchange passes before an unchecked finish, and I mean, to be honest with you, that should open up an inquest.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
Well, the instruction from the manager would have been, go on and make yourself a nuisance and see if you can snatch a goal. Mission accomplished.
Well, they have a goal, but it is surely too much to hope for a comeback. He's got away. Forward it goes. Romario. There's no flag. Romario! It's there! And still they continue with the onslaught.
It's part of the game, Peter. It has to get ruthless. Sympathy just doesn't play a part.
Well, no question now as to who is in control. Play for a throw. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Aimed long and direct. And he just whacks it away. Gorgeous control there. This could fall anywhere. Shot a goal! And that is the last effort of the game. A demolition, destruction, annihilation. They simply ran away with it. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Look, this is a team that doesn't look as if it's daunted away from home. They were organised and determined, and they can surprise again if that standard is maintained.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.